In this video, we're going to talk about search engine optimization, SEO. So if you're doing this as a business, if you're looking to start as a business, this is a good fit for you. Anything other than that, you should really just click off this video because there's nothing else except me talking about growing your business through SEO. So there's a lot of components to it, and I don't really talk about this subject just because it doesn't really get many views here on YouTube. But I figured that's probably one of the more important parts to talk about. And regardless of views, I'll just be uploading these videos to help out whoever does actually watch these types of videos. So what is search engine optimization? I'll be covering that specific part in a lot of these other videos, just to kind of, let everyone know what that is before we get into the video. So SEO is search engine optimization, and that's getting your website ranked on the first page of Google for your targeted keywords in your detailing business. So for us, it's going to be like auto detailing your city. So if you're in Austin, it's auto detailing Austin, car detailing Austin, paint correction Austin, mobile detailing Austin. If you're a carpet cleaner, carpet cleaning Austin, carpet cleaning cleaners Austin, mobile carpet cleaners Austin. It's just different targeted keywords you search for your local area for services. So for dentistry, lawyers, pizzas, restaurants, you go to Google, you type in some searches, you find some places. That's how it works. So that's what SEO is. And there's a big misconception amongst many others about what it takes to get on the first page of Google. One of them being is, and I've been asked, not by detailers specifically, but talking with other business owners, local business owners, they asked me this question about how many pages do you need to have in order to get on the first page of Google. And maybe if you ask this question like 15 years ago, it'd probably have some type of relevance. But in today's age, in 2018 specifically, there is no correlation between how many pages you have on your website and how well you rank on the first page of Google. So if you have a website, let's say, I have a website that has 150 pages, right? Because you think the more pages, the more content you have, the better you're gonna do in the search engines, and the higher you are gonna be on the first page of Google. So let's say I have 150 pages on my website, and I've been having a website for 10 years now, right? A lot of people think that just because you've been there for longer and have more pages, Google's gonna reward you more because you've been more active. Now compare that to business B that only has 10 pages and their business has been on they've had their website for a year. So 1 year, 10 pages, compared to me for 10 years, 150 pages. Just looking at that, which website do you think is gonna have a better placement within Google? Most of us are gonna say me, because I have 150 pages and I've been having my website on Google for 10 years now. So you think I have seniority, I have more authority over this other page, and that could be the case, but a pretty standard common scenario you see with business owners is that a lot of times the content on your website is pretty much bogus. Like, it's trash. Not trash, but let's say it's just not helpful. So even if you have 150 pages on your website, but most of those pages are less than 100 words each, it's duplicated content, it doesn't have on-page optimization, and you literally just wrote 50 words of some garbage that you just want to put so you can hit publish and have fresh content, that's gonna hold no weight in the eyes of Google as compared to the other website. It's only been up for 1 year, but those 10 pages in total have around 20,000 words in total worth of content. That website is going to be performing a lot better in search engines amongst doing everything else correctly. That website is going to be doing a lot better than me because I have 150 pages of pretty much crap that hasn't been optimized, that isn't very helpful, as compared to the second website that only has 10 pages. It's only been up for a year, but it has such useful relative content for the audience that they're serving. And I had a conversation a while back with a dentist that was telling me, he was just so he had this thought in his head by hearing it from someone else saying, hey, yeah, I heard that once you get to like 165 pages on your website or blog post, that's when Google starts rewarding you and starts ranking you on the search engines. And it was just like, that's just completely outdated, irrelevant information at this point. Like, there is no correlation between how many pages you write or how many pages you have and your placement within Google. And the primary spot, the only spot you need to be worried about is the first page rankings. how many times have you actually searched for something in the Google and you've actually gone to the second page to see results? I mean, it's probably very, very little. And it's just you know, if you're not on the first page, you're not gonna get any of the traffic that's landing on the first page. And when it comes to the actual traffic in your local city, it's gonna vary. Like no city in America or probably in the world is gonna have the same amount of traffic. Even if you're in the same state, if you're in California, if you're in New York, if you're in Texas, if you're in whatever state, every city is gonna have, and every city is gonna have its own different type of search volume depending on where you live. So like let's say I'm making up these numbers, but let's say in Austin, you might have between like 2,000 to 4,000 searches per month in Google for detailing related keywords, right? Amongst the entire Austin area, the Austin city, there might be between 2,000 to 4,000 searches per month for like mobile detailing Austin, car detailing Austin, headlight restoration Austin, interior cleaning Austin, auto detailing near me Austin. Summing up all those keywords and all that search volume, it might be between 2,000 to 4,000. Now, if you go to like a neighboring city, like let's say, I think it's like Round Rock. I think it's a close by city. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like Round Rock, and it's right next to Austin, right? You have Austin as a big city, and you have a small city, Round Rock. That place, it might only get like 10 searches per month for auto detailing Round Rock, car detailing Round Rock, mobile detailing Round Rock. It might in total only get like 50 searches per month, and that's because the city Round Rock has only a population of, let's say, like, I don't know, 100,000, whereas Austin has like 1 million people in there. So because more people are in Austin, then the keyword's always going to be auto detailing Austin, auto car detailing Austin, because 1 million people live in Austin as compared to just, I'm just assuming or guessing around 100,000 people live in Round Rock. So the location of where you are also has a big role in it. So when you have around 2,000 to 4,000 searches per month in Austin, it's not going to be solely based on like what website has the most pages on there. It's going to be which website is the most helpful, useful, and relevant website that's providing the best information to the users, which is the traffic, which is the people searching in Google for those services or for that information. So that's just one thing that I specifically want to cover in this video, is that whether you have no website right now, like you have nothing, you just have a Facebook page, compared to someone that's had a website for 5 years, you are at no disadvantage. Sure, you could say that you still have to create the website, which doesn't take long, but there's really no advantage or disadvantage to someone that's had a website for 5 years and you just having a Facebook page and you're just starting your website. So don't be discouraged saying, oh, you know what, well, I see my competitors, they've been on there for however many years, and they've been in business since whatever, and I just can't compete with them. That is so untrue, because the local competition space, the local SEO competition space, the bar is set pretty darn low. I mean, it is very uncompetitive, non-competitive. The competition is very low in the local space. And that doesn't mean it's easy. That doesn't mean that you're just gonna stroll on by and you're gonna be able to just knock everyone off the first page. But if you just commit yourself to one strategy of SEO and you dive in and commit your time and energy and resources into one strategy, which is SEO, and you're able to go through that huge learning curve of understanding and implementing everything that you need to do in SEO, it's not that difficult to get on the first page of Google. It's not. And this is coming from experience, because I've been doing it for so long now. And to you, especially if you're not like technical, which you don't have to be technical for SEO, you just have to like be able to type and to move your mouse around. That's pretty much the only requirements to SEO. But if you're just willing to just learn and implement everything that you're supposed to do, big picture wise, it's not that difficult. And that's all I wanted to cover in this video, because that's just something that's like out of the ballpark in terms of like what's right and what's wrong. That's just like so not right anymore, that if you're just going purely based on like how many pages you've published on your website, you're not going to win. It's quality over just quantity on this part when it comes to content on your website. This is just one simple topic of many other videos I'll be doing on SEO. So if you have any questions, comments, interested in learning, or you have specific questions about SEO and ranking your website on the first page of Google, leave those questions in the comment section down below. I'll be making a lot more videos, so stay tuned and I'll see you on the next one.